Hi everybody, this is James and I just wanted to take a second to welcome you to Casting for a Cause 2026. Thank you for being here, whether you're joining us to compete, spend a day on the water, or simply support a great cause. We're grateful you've chosen to be part of this event. This year's tournament is proudly raising money for 50 Mile March, an organization dedicated to helping veterans who are struggling with mental health challenges and homelessness. Every registration, every raffle ticket, donation, and sponsorship helps to make a real difference. This video will serve as your captain's meeting. We'll give you a quick overview of the rules, show you the correct way to measure and upload a fish into the TourneyX app, and cover today's schedule so you know exactly what to expect. Let's have some fun today. Be safe on the water, catch a few giants, and together make a positive impact for those who have served our country. Good luck to everyone. Before we get started, let's go over a few important tournament rules. This is a catch, photograph, and release tournament using the TourneyX app. Your 5 longest bass will make up your final score. Largemouth, smallmouth, and spotted bass all count. If you haven't already, make sure you've downloaded the TourneyX Pro app from either the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. The app is where you'll submit your fish, view the live leaderboard, and keep track of the tournament throughout the day. You may fish any public waters within the Omaha metro area, including lakes, ponds, streams, and rivers. Fishing begins at 6 a.m. and fishing ends at 2 p.m. All fish must be submitted through the TourneyX Pro app by 3 p.m. Late submissions will not be accepted. Artificial lures only, no live or natural bait is allowed. Please remember to obey all state and local fishing regulations and practice good sportsmanship throughout the day. We want everyone to compete fairly while treating fellow anglers and the resource with respect. Most importantly, your safety comes first. Wear your life jacket whenever your watercraft is under power. Pay attention to changing weather conditions and never put yourself at risk to catch one more fish. Kayak anglers must wear their life jacket at all times while on the water. These are just the highlights. The complete tournament rules are available in TourneyX, and by participating, you're agreeing to follow these rules. Now, let's take a look how to properly measure and photograph your fish so your catches count. So you've caught a fish. Now what? Now it's time to take a photograph for submission to TourneyX. Since this tournament is based on length, you'll need a measuring board, also called a bump board, with 1/4 inch measurements. The minimum qualifying fish for this tournament is 8 inches. To ensure fair competition, it's important that every submission clearly show 3 things. The fish is alive, the measurement is visible, and the tournament identifier can be clearly seen. Before measuring your fish, make sure it is completely free of any fishing line, hooks, stringers, lip grippers, or any other method of restraint. Place the fish flat on the measuring board with the fence or bump plate on the left. The fish's nose should be touching the fence, the mouth should be completely closed, and the tail should lay naturally flat on the board. The fish should always be facing to the left with the dorsal fin pointing away from you. You may use one hand to gently hold the fish in place so it doesn't flop off the board, but nothing else may be touching the fish. Be careful not to place your fingers underneath the gill plate or cover the fish's eye. And remember, you may not touch or manipulate the tail while taking your submission photo. Each tournament will have a unique 2-digit identifier. This identifier will be available in the TourneyX Pro app after 8 p.m. the evening before the tournament. It will also be posted on the Casting for a Cause Facebook event page and in the Nebraska Outdoors Group Facebook page. The identifier must be clearly visible in your submission photo. In this example, Tony has written the identifier on the back of his hand, but you can also write it on a card and place it above or below the fish. Before you snap the picture, take one last look. Make sure the fish is facing the correct direction, the mouth is closed, the measurement is easy to read, the identifier is visible, and the only thing touching the fish is your hand. Following these simple steps will help our judges score your fish quickly and accurately while keeping the competition fair for everyone. Now that you've taken your photo, it's time to upload your catch to TourneyX. But before you let that fish go, take one last look at the photo in your phone's gallery. Make sure the image is clear, the fish is measured correctly, the identifier is visible, and nothing is blocking the measurement. It's much easier to catch a problem now than after the fish has already been released. Once you've confirmed you have a good photo, you can safely release your fish and open the TourneyX Pro app. When the home screen opens, you'll see several options including Check In Out, Identifiers, Standings, TourneyX Registration, Manage Catch, Submit Catch, CPR LiveWell, and Camera. We'll briefly cover what each of these does, but our main focus will be the Submit Catch button. The Check-In Checkout feature is used in some tournaments to record your launch location and your checkout location at the end of the day. It's a great feature for many events, but we will not be using it in the Casting for a Cause event. Next is the Identifiers button. This is where you'll find the tournament's 2-digit identifier that must appear in every submission photo. The identifier will be available beginning at 8 p.m. the evening before the tournament. To show how this works, I'll be using a demo tournament on my phone since the Casting for a Cause identifier hasn't been released yet. I'll use the demo event to show you exactly where to find it and how it works. So if you just click on the identifier button, you'll see it'll pull up all tournaments that you are registered for. If I were to click on Casting for a Cause, it's going to tell us that identifier unavailable at this time. But I do have a demo tourney here, and if I click on that, you'll see that the identifier for the demo tournament is TPPH. The next button is the Standings button. This is where you can view to see exactly where you are during the day in relation to other competitors. If you click on that, again, you can select your tournament. We can select Casting for a Cause. Since the tournament hasn't started yet, it's just going to show everybody at 0 inches and a list of the anglers that are registered. Again, for demo purposes, I do have the demo tournament available. So if I click on that, you can see that I've already gone in and uploaded a fish here. And it shows I have one fish uploaded, a total catch of 15.75 inches. I'm 4th out of 8 anglers. My largest fish, my only fish, is a 15.75, and my smallest fish is a 15.75. I can scroll down, find myself or any of the competitors in the event, click on this down arrow, and it's going to show me the fish. Once I click on the smaller picture, then I'll have a better view of the fish that was submitted. And again, I can do that for all of the competitors. So here I'll show you Kyle. He has 3 fish submitted, and I can go click on each one and see how big each fish is. Smallmouth, largemouth, all that information. Okay. By the way, we will be shutting off the standings at noon the day of the tournament, just to preserve the excitement of who will win the tournament that day. The next button is the tourney registration button. I'm not really going to go into that. That would be if you wanted to join another tournament. There is also the Manage Catch button, which is good for removing fish or adding fish if you needed to. The app does cull your fish automatically. So you've caught your 5 fish, and let's say your smallest fish is a 13.5, and then you catch another fish that's a 16. When you upload that 16-inch fish, it will automatically get rid of your 13.5-inch fish. But I am going to show you how to submit a catch. So if I click on the Submit Catch button, I would click on my tournament, normally Casting for a Cause. But for this purpose, we're going to use the demo tourney. Okay, so I selected the tourney, highlighted in red. I'm going to hit the Submit Catch button. And now I'm going to hit Browse. And what this will do is it will pull up all the pictures in my gallery on my phone. And you can... We're going to have to find my photos here. Kind of cleaned up my phone. Oops. Try that again. Oh, I apologize. Oh, here we are. You can see this one is actually just a screenshot. It's going to tell me that the location access isn't correct. That's just because it's a screenshot. It's a picture of a picture. But we can still use it for these purposes anyway. So I click on that. That's the picture I'm going to use. You can see, I make sure I grab the right picture. I got my mouth closed. I got the hand on the fish. My identifier is clearly visible. Fish is facing to the left. Dorsal fin is away from me. The tail is laying flat on the board. And this fish does not quite make the 18 3/4. So it is an 18.5-inch fish. And we'll just click on the length field here. And we'll just go 1.850. You don't have to put the decimal point in. It already does that. It is fish type of a bass. If we had multiple fish species we were fishing for, you could change that. This is a bass, and of course units are in inches. So you can then just submit your catch, submit it to the live well. I always like to submit everything to the leaderboard, and I think that's the best way for new users to handle this. I'm just going to submit it to the leaderboard. And it's going to spin and tell me that in the net, catch submitted to leaderboard successfully. So now if I hit OK there and I go back to standings, and again we're working in that demo tournament, you can see it moved up my ranking to 2nd of 8. And here I am, and there's my 18.5-inch fish. There's a picture of my 15.75-inch fish. That covers everything you need to know about submitting your catches through TourneyX. Before we wrap up, let's go over a few important reminders for tournament day. Both kayaks and boats may begin launching at 5:45 a.m., but lines are not in until 6 a.m. Please respect the official start time. You can put your boat or your kayak in the water anytime before 5:45 a.m. We just ask that you don't leave the general vicinity of the boat ramp until 5:45. At 12 noon, the live leaderboard will be turned off to keep the finish exciting. But don't worry, you'll still be able to submit your catches. Fishing officially ends at 2 p.m. and all fish must be uploaded to TourneyX no later than 3 p.m. When you're finished fishing, head over to Cross Stream Brewing and Pint 9 Brewing at 10411 Portal Road, La Vista, Nebraska, for our awards celebration and after party. As an angler, your first stop at awards should be at the Shields tent to check in and pick up your official angler swag bag. Inside, you'll find some great promotional items from our amazing sponsor partners, along with your drink tickets and raffle tickets. Our awards presentation will begin promptly at 3:30 p.m., followed by our raffle at 4:30 p.m. We have some incredible raffle prizes to give away, but you must be present to win, so be sure to stick around and enjoy the afternoon with us. On behalf of everyone involved with Casting for a Cause, thank you for being a part of this event. Your participation is making a real difference for veterans served by the 50 Mile March, and we truly appreciate your support. We wish you the very best of luck on the water, fish safely, have fun, and if you have any questions during the tournament, don't hesitate to call me at 402-305-6578. We'll see you at the awards. Good luck, everyone.